Hello everyone, it's Shane Conta, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Terminator Dark Fate. And Terminator and T2 Judgment Day are two of my most favorite sci-fi films of all time, and I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I will argue T2 Judgment Day is one of the best films. Period. And James Cameron did such amazing things with that franchise, building it, and then so many people destroy it over the years, and it's so disappointing. And we get Dark Fate. And like Tim Miller's directing it from Deadpool, and there's some inspired moments, there's some cool slow-mo action sequences. Some of the action sequences are a little over-edited and really reliant on big, obnoxious set pieces, which I feel like Terminator was never really about that, unless you had the moments where they jumped into the future. It's like there's been a lot of escalation in these films, and it kind of got away from what made it really work, that chase in the first place. But this film, it's like, I feel like definitely an improvement over the past couple Terminator films, but I feel like it's a little too late. This franchise is dead, and stop trying to bring it back to life like a Terminator. It just, the story I didn't appreciate because it made a very, very bold, ambitious choice to set up, because this is a direct sequel to T2 Judgment Day. All that other shit's gone. And what they did to set up where Sarah Connor goes, and then having this human hybrid played by Mackenzie Davis, who was great. Linda Hamilton was great in this film too. And them trying to protect this young woman named Danny and setting up basically the same plot as the original Terminator, or at least what it appears to be. And I'll admit that they subverted some expectations throughout this film a little bit, but really when it comes down to it, it's just like rehashing a lot of stuff. How many different new kinds of Terminators can you come up with? And bringing Arnold back in a very seemingly shoehorned in way, but he's still really enjoyable to watch. And he owns it. And he has a lot of fun lines. And God, they need to stop. They need to stop the whole, I'll be back, or I'm not coming back. Those kinds of obnoxious inside jokes are horrible. And people need to stop doing them in movies. I had that thing when I was talking about the current war where it's like, nothing will ever be called Tesla again. And it's just like, no shit it will, because we already know, and you know we know, and that joke's not funny. And then you have things like this where it just keeps trying to rehash the same lines. Come up with some new material and stop it. Stop being lazy. And overall, there's some cool action set pieces. It has some really solid performances, but it just feels like more rehashing of the same stuff, and it doesn't feel as inspired as the first two films. And it's a fine sequel after years of shitty sequels, and I'm still disappointed about the Terminator franchise. But those are my thoughts. My very biased and very weary thoughts on Terminator Dark Fate. But let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. And if you have a fresher perspective, it might get me past some of the just sitting here being sad about how much they've ruined Terminator. But let's talk some movies. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.